was cool. It was pretty cool. I think without mosquitoes, it would be even more cool.
Hey,
Hey, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. I kind of had I had an interesting start to the day.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
It was just, I had a crazy dream and it made me very sad. And then I was talking to Iro, and I was crying and stuff because I was very sad.
Oh, what'd he
Yeah.
say?
He was saying Iro things.
Did he give you understanding to the dream?
He told me to pray about it. He did give me he gave me a little bit of understanding, just talking about how, like, look, it's inevitable. And he was like, it's something that it's gonna happen at some point. And he was like, it's just something that you have to, accept.
Yeah.
And he was saying that it could be two things.
Mm-hmm.
It could be, usually God is like, all right, I'm just giving you a heads up.
Or
Or it could be whatever your like deepest fears or whatever, like your concerns.
Yeah.
When you go to sleep and you enter into that unconscious state.
Yeah, that's kind of
It's
what
like-
it felt like it might have been.
I think that's what it was too, because I promise you,
'Cause
like
that's like-
after meditation last night, I
That's
was
the plants that he smacked. Like, can I get some room?
bro. I promise you, after meditation last night, I was so relaxed and drinking that cashew milk.
Oh yeah, we made some lavender cashew milk, chamomile,
Skullcap,
Skullcap,
butterfly, pea flower.
flower milk. It was so good.
And that mess, like, it's just like, I don't know, it had me just so relaxed. And then on top of meditating after that, I was out. So I just immediately drifted off into a deep sleep. And
yeah,
it was
that'd be when the craziest dreams happen. I won't even
because
lie.
I was just unconscious. And
Yeah.
so, like, all of the, the concerns and things of my heart started to flood in. And so,
And considering that when we think about the deepest fears and stuff, that seems like something that type of dream would have a run in with.
absolutely. Absolutely. Like, yeah. He tried to cheer me up. He sent me a picture. He told me, "Oh, look, it's the little you." And I was sitting there with little Jeremy. And I was like, "What the deuce? Where'd you even find this at?"
That's
You're
hilarious.
talking about something I got it from an old email.
Oh, email.
But anyway,
Yeah.
aside from that though, it's a good day.
Yeah,
It's a good day. It's beautiful out here.
it is.
Um,
We're at Pueblo's. It's a plant shop. And what area are we in? Like Central Phoenix?
I think so.
I think it's
To be
like
honest, I'm not
Central,
sure.
but I don't know. But we love it here. They have like little benches where you can just sit down and be amongst the plants and stuff. And so we just wanted to record and talk.
Yeah, technically, well, this is definitely therapeutic.
Yeah.
It's Shinrin-yoku, which is just a Japanese name for this practice, which is forest bathing. Which this is technically not a forest, but
In
it's
Arizona.
plants around. In Arizona, it
Close
could be
to the
considered
forest.
a
You're going
forest. Because there's a lot of plants around. There's trees, and it's trees that are deeply rooted too. So like,
Yeah.
this ground is great for connecting.
Yeah.
And we're getting a lot of oxygen right now, being around all these plants. We're getting a lot of compounds. It's stimulating. It's very stimulating to the brain, to your central nervous system.
Yeah, and they got a cute little coffee shop. It's like it's like a coffee truck. It's like a mini coffee truck. You can get coffee, and they have like tables and chairs out. You can sit outside, and then there's a greenhouse where you can look at other plants, and then they have the inside where you can get like really cool pots, and they just have every single plant you can think of, basically.
And I like the fact that it's a lot of, it's a lot of birds around.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, creatures, insects.
And it's a really nice day today. It's only like 76, you said?
Yeah, 76 degrees and like
That's the high.
partly cloudy.
Yeah. The sun is trying to peek in, but it's not crazy.
Yeah, but how about you? How was your start to the day?
I got in the shower today, and I wet my hair and put cream in, and I did a wash ago, and it came out good. So that was great. On a random Monday, a wash and go decided to work for me. So
interesting.
I recant all my statements, and I was being a hater. I was. So yeah, I slept really good last night. What is that?
It looks like a zebra mosquito.
Oh, hecky no.
I don't.
Not the skeeters.
I don't know what it was, but it looked like a zebra mosquito because it was black and white and it was very skinny.
Yeah, I thought it was like a piece of hair.
Yeah, I don't know, but
yeah, I slept really good. That chamomile lavender skull cap milk probably had something to do with that. Also, considering the fact that last night nobody was blasting music outside of the apartment, so
yeah, that's always good. I like when no one is blasting music outside.
Yeah.
Just because that's so disruptive. It's so disruptive to the sleep.
And it's just rude.
And it's rude. And it's for me, like, oftentimes I feel like I wake up and I'll still be tired. Yeah. And I know that it's because I probably I'm not getting enough deep sleep or deep REM sleep. Because that's that stage where you actually get, restoration, and you actually feel, well rested, rejuvenated.
Yeah.
So it's tough. Like, you may fall asleep, but then you're only getting like light sleep.
Yeah.
And
I feel like I was in deep sleep for a long time. I don't even think I had a dream last night. And if I did, I don't remember, honestly. I was just knocked out.
Because it was that deep?
Yeah, I was sleeping good. We made some hemp milk yesterday. It was nasty.
Yeah, hemp milk. Hemp milk.
Oh, it bit me.
What?
I felt it.
The zebra mosquito?
Yes. Oh no.
Where did it bite you at?
Somewhere right here.
Oh. Well, you'll be okay. Maybe some rubbing alcohol.
I think it's it.
I don't know where it's at.
I think it was right here. It sting a little. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like you always getting bit because you have this flowy, open stuff. Not at all.
I like being comfortable. I like being like.
I do too. That's why I'm not complaining.
My legs and.
I do too. That's why I get it. I understand. It's just it comes with consequences. That hemp milk was so underwhelming and disappointing.
No,
because
it was beyond underwhelming.
I thought, the reason why I'm using that vocabulary is because I had high expectations. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had high hopes.
I did.
I really enjoy eating hemp hearts like on oatmeal or like yogurt and stuff like that. But because of my perception of them when I'm eating them like in its whole food form, I thought that, okay, maybe the milk would probably be good too. And it wasn't.
The reason why I just knew that, the reason why I was concerned is because like already when I put hemps on like my oatmeal in my oatmeal or like chia pudding or something, the hemp can overpower everything else in the bowl easily. And so that alone lets me know a milk with only hemp, I don't know. My hopes were very neutral from the beginning.
No,
and then
and
when
that's
I
it.
drunk it, it just gave me that like nauseous feeling that dairy milk used to give me.
That's so interesting because for me, it's not necessarily that it gave me a nauseous feeling. It's just that it had a very distinct aftertaste
Yeah,
that was not pleasant.
exactly. But that
Very
aftertaste,
earthy.
yeah, that aftertaste, like a taste like that though, just lingering on my
Yeah.
mouth,
And it's
that makes me feel like queasy a little
yeah,
bit.
it's and I think the most odd part about it is the fact that I literally used dates, like whole pitted dates. I used a little bit of maple and vanilla extract.
Half
and
of the maple.
all three of those things did not do
Added more
well
maple.
at masking that aftertaste. And so I'm like, if it's that strong, then I don't know if anything can save this, and it's probably just not meant for me to drink it. So
Nope, not making that again.
yeah, I'm
And then
gonna
right
just
after
stick
that, I
to.
made that cashew milk. How do you feel about life right now? What's been going on?
I feel like life is something else because it's very hard when you think about it, like maneuvering through life. When you actually, I can't even say when you don't know how life works. Because even when you know how life works,
Yeah,
it's still just like,
you slip out of it.
it's like, damn. So, no, but life is cool, like I prayed this morning and I'm very grateful. I'm very thankful to be alive, to have breath in my body, and to also have, full faculties. I have my anatomy in order. There's nothing wrong with me internally. I don't have any illnesses. Like, I'm grateful for all of that.
Yeah.
However,
And
I just think that there's parts of life that is sad. It's sad, and I'm more so referring to like what I experienced earlier today.
yeah, the possibilities.
The possibilities of life, and not even just the possibilities, but the inevitability of life.
Yeah.
Like what's going to come, and it's going to come, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that's just one of those things that it's kind of challenging for me to accept because I'm a huge, like, I don't know, for lack of better words, like I'm a person who, I'm very nostalgic. I like to reminisce and bask in like my youth and the days where, life was just so simple.
Yeah.
And everything was cool. All the people that I love were still here. And, oftentimes I just had that thought about what life will look like and what the days are going to look like when I'm on my own, and everybody that I've ever loved is gone, that came before me. And it's like, what do I do now? Who do I go to? The people that the person that I used to go to and talk to, and they were like my wise counsel and my guidance. I don't have them anymore. And now I just have to, 100% go straight to God, which, don't get me wrong, there's no issue with that at all. Because my relationship spiritually is intact.
Yeah.
However, it's just like, when you know that you are a eternal spiritual being experiencing a finite life in which is within the physical dimensions, it's challenging to kind of 100%,
compartmentalize.
To compartmentalize
And differentiate.
Yes, because my whole experience is based in this simulation, in this physical simulation. And so when the physicality goes away, and I'm more so speaking in the sense of like people, or in the reflections of me in a metaphysical sense, like the other versions of me with whom I've developed a deep relationship with. And not only just that, but we share energy and we share mind. It hurts when that goes away in this physical reality, because this is the reality in which I'm experiencing it.
Right.
Because the reality where we all ultimately come back together as a unified consciousness,
or where you were never separate.
Where we were never separate, you can't experience you and that person, because you and that person are one now.
Yeah, it's not a physical thing to experience.
It's not a physical thing to experience, and like you said, you and that person are one now. There is no separation. So there
never was.
There never was, but because there never was, how can you experience?
Right.
You can't experience. That's the whole purpose. Like, we are here for that sole purpose. Like God is literally creating this for the sole purpose of, let me experience myself from a different perspective. Because otherwise, how can I experience myself if myself is everything and everyone?
Yeah. So we have to constantly have this illusion of like
yes, and so
because otherwise, there's no point.
Yeah, otherwise there's no point. How do I actually know that I'm good? How do I know that I'm bad? How do I know that I'm rich? How do I know that I'm poor? How do I know that I'm anything that is, contrasting in nature? Like, it has to be this way.
Yeah.
And it has to be polarity too, because if it's no such thing as, the inevitability of life, which is ultimately transcendence, if that doesn't exist, then how do you know what it feels like to depart? So it's necessary.
Yeah.
It's just it's a tough thing to accept. But what about for you? How's life for you? How do you feel about where you are, where you're headed, where you've come from?
Honestly, like, I feel like it's easy to get caught up in how things may feel in a moment, or how things may be like going physically in a moment. But like, I've just been really focusing as much as I can on all of the decisions and choices that I've made to get to where I am, and like all the decisions and choices I've made prior to where I am now. The type of person that I was that got me to that point, and continuing to show up as that person. We ask for things in life. We want a certain life. We want to be a certain version of ourselves. There's just a certain level of sacrifice that comes with that. There's a certain level of obedience that comes with that. Uncertainty that comes with that. It's not that you won't get what you ask for, because you definitely will, but you don't get to dictate when, and you don't get to dictate how. And so there's just so many moving parts that comes with working towards your goals and working with God through things, that it's like, it can be discouraging in some aspects, because there are certain things that just has to happen that from the physical side look like you could be doing better or you could be doing more. But in reality, most of the time it's really just like a part of the progression, basically. A part of getting to what you asked for, and certain things just have to play out and take place in order for it to be how you want it to be, or how God intended for it to be for you. So, yeah, I think for me, I'm kind of like, I feel good. I feel great. I feel like after our conversation last night, just about like the plan that we really have for real, and like making everything make sense and doing the things that we got to do. Just everybody doesn't have the doesn't get the opportunity or the privilege to really be in a partnership that's like really a partnership for real. And like beyond our like romantic relationship, we have a really great foundation of a friendship that really allows us to tackle life as seamlessly as possible. Because not seamlessly, but as seamlessly as possible. And it's honestly like it's so much better doing life with your best friend than, I'm not gonna say than doing life alone or like solo, because it depends on the person, honestly, because there are people in this world.
Perspective.
Yeah, it's perspective. But I guess for what I desire in life, what I want, the things that I want to achieve and what I want to have, like having a partner to do these things with is so much easier. It makes life more enjoyable for me.
Yeah, I think objectively too, which this is an opinion, but I'm willing to venture and say that objectively, everyone does at some point in their lives they want to be in some kind of relationship or some kind of companionship, some type of partnership in some way, shape, or form.
Even if it's
it doesn't
friends.
have to, right? It doesn't necessarily have to look romantic, but it could be whatever you want it to be.
I feel like as people, we just desire community in general.
Yes, absolutely. And so much so to the point where it's like, that's why I use the word objectively, because yes, it doesn't mean that you can't, maneuver through life solo and do things on your own and not be happy, because you absolutely can't do that. There are people in this world who are living life that way.
Yeah.
And if you were to ask them, I'm willing to bet, if you were to ask them that, hey, do you feel as though the way you've been living up until this point is how you desire to continue living for the rest of your life? I'm willing to bet that their answer will probably be no. And the reason why is because, like you said, community is such a vital aspect of humanity, right? And so there's even science that talks about this stuff, right? And when you observe biology, you observe neurology and just how the brain works, the different brain chemistry that's taking place when you are communicating with other human beings and consistently, actively spending time together and eating together, just everything that you would do on your own but with someone else. It's a lot of things that are taking place biologically that are beneficial, so much so to the point where it actually helps with your aging and it helps with your health as a whole, your mental well-being.
Yeah.
And so when I think about stuff like that, that's why I'm like, objectively, at some point, everyone wants to have some kind of companionship, because ultimately that's what it's all about. That's the reason why we're here in the first place.
Yeah.
Because there is no other spirit, there is no other God, whatever words you want to use to describe the divine entity that controls all of this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that.
Yeah.
And that which is looks to its right and to its left and says, I don't see anything else. It's not good for man to be alone. Like I pray and I give thanks for the relationship that we've been able to garner, and not just from a romantic sense, but also from our genuine friendship that we have.
Yeah.
And the fact that we can talk about any and everything. We can discuss our agreements, our disagreements. We can discuss our likes, dislikes, whatever it is. And also we can be our 100% authentic selves without any judgment.
Mm-hmm.
And the freedom
of choice within the relationship, choosing to be present, choosing to show up, choosing to love, and there's no sense of obligation. There's no sense of attachment where, it feels like you need to be here with me and I need to be here with you.
We're not anxiously attached to each other.
Exactly.
And I really appreciate that because I've experienced that in my life, and that is a very low vibrational space to be in. Like,
absolutely,
it feels like you're in a cage, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and physically. Like,
it does, and it's not love. Everybody who exhibits that kind of behavior towards someone that they claim to love, you don't actually love them, because real love is freedom.
Right.
Real love,
and it's not really an active choice anymore. You're choosing, but you're choosing because of out of fear.
Yeah.
And like avoiding, trying to avoid something.
Exactly.
Instead of you just like freely choosing because this is where you want to be. Though that's part of it, it's not what's really running the show.
Right. Like true unconditional love is freedom, and giving that person the choice, giving that person the opportunity to make the choice and say, yeah, I want to be here. People are mentally enslaved to their relationship because they feel obligated to be there. And once that kind of dynamic forms, that's not love.
Yeah. I feel like there was a point where I felt like that, but it was because I was still working through things from my past relationship. And it wasn't because you were doing anything, it was me. Like,
I think, so I can't say that I've ever 100% felt that way. I could say maybe there were like kind of moments where it came up.
Yeah.
And for me, I think those moments where it came up was more so rooted in what I'm still working through right now, which is the
detachment in general.
The detachment in general as a whole from the person. It's not even about, because it's not about like, oh my God, I love you so much, whatever. No, it's just about the fact that like I'm someone, like I'm a human being. So like if I develop a relationship and a rapport with someone in which we've created this sense of connectedness, I cherish that.
Right.
And so it's like being able to understand and accept the spiritual concept that yes, you can cherish that. However, it shouldn't be this attachment to that.
Or like when if they leave, that you're so distraught that you can't function.
Exactly, like because that means that your whole world is rooted in their physicality. But them along with you, like both of you all are not physical in the grand scheme of things. So you can't get caught up in what you're seeing with your eyes. It reminds me of that video we had watched where it was talking about how like all of this stuff is code anyway. It's code. Me and you, this is all code. And neuroscience even talks about that stuff too, like how the way that you perceive the world is not how you think it is.
Exactly.
Like your brain is literally
filtered.
It's filtered. Your brain is just capturing a whole bunch of photons or light particles, and then it's creating an image in front of you. But the reality of it is all of this stuff is really fixed. It's like a grid. And so when you think about it from that perspective, it's like that person never truly goes. And this is what Iro was saying earlier. He was like, people go physically, and I don't feel a sense of they've actually left because I keep that person's energy. I can still sense their energy. I can still feel, the vibrational frequency that they resonated on when they were here. And so long as I can hold on to that, it matters not if I see them with my physical eyes standing before me, because the very particles, the very things that were used to bring them about is nothing more than energy itself. And so therefore, if I can pick up on that energy, I'm picking up on them.
Right.
But that's a deep level of understanding and a deep level of just conscious spiritual awareness.
That's very hard to grasp.
That's hard to grasp, and it's hard to stay there. It's hard to stay there, seeing this other person as separate of you and as their own entity. And you're like, man, like, this is my mother, this is my father, this is my whoever. And you're associating title with who they are. And it creates even more separation in actuality. If you were to just say, you know, this is just me, this is a reflection of me, this is another version or variant of me.
Yeah.
Then, you know, your outlook on transcendence and when things happen, it's gonna be different. Yeah, it was cool. It was pretty cool. I think without mosquitoes, it would be even more cool. But yeah.
Yeah, we gotta do this more often.
Yeah. And preferably we can do it after we ate something.
Yeah. Because I'm hungry.
Yeah. I'm hungry too.